That have you ever thought about your authenticity becoming a performance? Like it's a performing piece and it's a fight between who's more authentic than other. And if I do something outside of this version of my authenticity, then am I being fake over here? And what does this mean for people who are creative and spiritual and mystically inclined, who are multidimensional and multifaceted and have different expressions and different styles and different ways of existing and being? Are you being a fake ass bitch if you're not in this one branded version of your authenticity? Now, I'm feeling really inspired to come chat with you because I just finished teaching workshops around perfectionism and the nervous system and how your body actually has to feel really aligned and true in whatever it is that you're presenting. So if your presentation as a creative, as an artist, as whatever it is that you're doing, as a business owner, feels like it is a performance, you're always going to experience some type of dissociation, some type of dissonance, because it's not in alignment to what you actually want to express. And the truth is, you're going to want to express different things at different times of your life because you're a human being who's experienced different things at the different points of your life. You're going to have different interests. You're going to have different excitements. You're going to have different curiosities. You're going to have different versions of you that want to be seen and shown and experienced at different points. And if you're not performing that at every minute of your life, all of a sudden, are you fake? All of a sudden, are you being inauthentic? And doesn't that feel really gross to your body? It's like, oh my gosh, they called me fake, or oh my gosh, they called me like not real, and like it's outside of my brand identity. It's outside of this thing that I presented as in the first place. And here's where that balance comes, because yes, many creatives, many spiritual people, many people in the healing arts who are mystically inclined, who do beautiful things that are artistically inclined, you're going to have different things that you brand. Right? Like you have a presentation, you have maybe certain colors or aesthetics or different curations of the story that you're telling. Yes, and you're still a person. You're still a human at the end of the day who's going to have change, who's going to like different things. It's like saying you only listen to one type of music. You mean to tell me that you don't have taste? You don't listen to different things? You don't eat different foods? You don't, dress in a different way? You don't put on a different clothing? You try different things with your hair or your nails or your expression in any kind of way? You do. And that is part of your expression as well. And when we box ourselves into this one thing, it's like, this is who I am as a brand, or this is who I am, and that's how I want to be experienced and perceived. That can work as a pro and a con for you. Yes, it makes it palatable for other people to be like, oh, okay, this is how I know how I can fit you into different things. This is how I know I can plug you into different things. This is how I know how to perceive you. But what does it do to you as the artist? What does it do to you as the creative, as the mystic, as the healer? How is it that you're boxing yourself in so much to the point where you're actually preventing your own expression from having aliveness, from you being able to say different things or be in a different way, to learn different things or to be curious in a different way? How is it that you're kind of constricting yourself? And a lot of these creatives that I was just giving this workshop to, they've actually constricted themselves into a little prison. These are musicians and they're like, oh my gosh, my audience knows me for this style of music. They really get down. And when I go to, my concerts and my shows, they're really expecting me that I'm doing these big drops and these big moments and these big hoo hoo ah ha ah. But what I really want to be doing is making sad boy music. And I really want to be in these like listening environments, these listening experiences. And I really want to be creating this. And every time I make these things, I feel like I have to give an explanation to my audience for like why I'm making this, rather than it just being for my own sake. Like maybe I could just make stuff because I care about it and because it feels the most true and alive for me. And maybe this is the thing that is speaking from my heart and my soul, and that wants to be birthed into existence. But now I feel like I have to explain it to an audience. I have to give a reason for why I'm switching lanes. Or maybe I'm not switching lanes. I'm literally just like weaving through the fabrics of life and doing a little bit over here and doing a little bit of here. And how have I created a prison for myself to say I only do this and I'm only meant to be experienced in this and I'm only this and this. And that might be really beautiful. Again, it might be really beautiful because it can keep you focused, right? Like when you have something, one thing that you're doing and one thing that you're focused on, it can really help you build mastery, build momentum, build your clientele, your audience, your world. It can help you do that And simultaneously, if you're too far into what it is that you've constricted yourself into, it's a self-created prison. It becomes a place where now you don't have any space for your exploration. You have to explain and ask permission in order to do something different, or to put on a different color on your Instagram feed because that's not your color scheme. It feels like you're reverting back to seeking permission rather than owning your own energy and your own essence. So here's where it is that if you are feeling like you're in performance of your authenticity, it's good to kind of see if it is that you're trapping yourself in any kind of way. And performance of authenticity, you know what that feels like. It feels like if I do anything outside of what you perceive me to be, then all of a sudden I'm at risk of losing something. I'm going to lose your trust. I'm going to lose your support for me. I'm going to lose something. There's that scarcity energy that comes up in the nervous system. Your energetic body, your nervous system says we have to go back into survival or they're not going to like us. We have to pretend. We have to force ourselves to be in this one way, or we're going to lose the success, the accolades, the attention, the energy, whatever it is that we're enjoying, the validation. We're going to lose that because if I switch gears just 2 seconds, or if I just do this other thing, then I'm in a performance. And if you're okay with that performance, if you're just mentally this is not bugging me, if in your heart you feel good, if your spirit and your soul feels good with that, ride your wave, do your own thing. Don't let me tell you what to do and whatnot. But if there is kind of that itchy feeling in your heart where it says now I'm performing again, I went from this one performance and I broke through that. I broke people pleasing. I broke perfectionism. I broke all of these different things. And now same shit, different toilet with better lighting, with a better thing, with a better packaging in it, but still a prison nonetheless. So this performing piece is a little itchy for a lot of creatives, a lot of mystical people, a lot of people who are spiritually inclined. It's harder for you to perform authenticity. You actually have to be in it. You have to truly be in it, including your bad days, including the times when you're insecure, including the times when you're trying to posture that you know everything and you've got everything figured out. You don't, you ever see me crying on Instagram? You ever see me being yeah, today I was insecure, That's the authenticity that I know how to live. It's I can't fake it for you. That's home, hey, I can't do that. You know what I mean? And tomorrow I have a different energy, and this day a different energy. That's called life. That's called humanness. So if you're feeling that itchiness within yourself, that performance actually takes you away from your humanity, this is where you come back to your breath. You say, listen, person, whoever it is that you are, you say, listen, person, let's ground back down. What's going on with me that I feel the need to be in the performance? What part of me is seeking that validation? What part of me doesn't feel like I'm enough? What part of me is feeling that urgency to strive, to achieve, to do, to more? What part of me is out of breath? And perhaps you use your hands, you put your hands somewhere on your body, on your heart, on your belly, on your womb, on your back, wherever it is that you're carrying, whichever part of your body is asking for that attention, you put your hands on that part. And you say, I'm noticing that I'm actually not breathing deeply. I'm in panic right now. I'm in a survival state that I didn't even know or understand that I was in. I'm feeling this rush. And what wound is this showing me? What are the shadows behind that? And I don't need to sit in it for months and months and months and months. Even just that micro awareness of this, where you're oh, I'm performing because I'm needing some validation right now. My subconscious, my soul, my beautiful, soft little soul just wants a little bit of evidence of joy. It wants evidence of connection. It wants evidence of community. It wants evidence of something that I'm not experiencing in my life right now in this moment. So I'm feeling rushed to do it. And so when you notice this about your energetic body, about your own nervous system, things start to unclench a little bit more. You start to unclench and you start to let go. And the performative pieces also start to lessen. Maybe they fully go away. Maybe that's where you are in the part of your journey. Perhaps you're at a place where you don't know what it's like to not fully perform all the time. Maybe a little part of you is still a little performance. Maybe that's where you are, and that's not to shame or to point fingers or anything. But it's to say, if that's the part of me that feels okay, this part is still the performance, but this other part is this true, authentic expression of myself. This is how I talk. This is how I show up. This is the tone of my voice. This is the way that my hands move. This is the way that I'm existing in my living room right now, having a heart to heart with you. This is the moment in time where those masks get to fall off. The permission to come into yourself becomes louder. The source energy within yourself, the part of you that already knows where to go, how to do, where to be, all of these different things before you were calcified and covered with thoughts of not enoughness and all of these different things that, put you in this state of, the state of clenching. You get to break through of that. Okay? Well, I hope you feel inspired about authenticity, and I hope you get to question this about yourself. Not in a way that causes you distress, but in a way that empowers you to be more of yourself. This human piece, especially with the rise of AI and copy and pasting and everybody's the same, underneath it is still your essence. And no one can duplicate your essence. No one can duplicate your energy. No one can copy or steal that from you. But you have to be brave enough to be in that essence. You have to be brave enough to stay true to your voice, to your expression, and come home to yourself. Yeah? Well, friends, if you're not already subscribed to the Playground Podcast, go ahead and subscribe. And just remember, the world is your playground. And until next time, I will catch you soon.